It is 1 year since Maria Nagirinya and her driver Ronald Kitayimbwa were abducted outside Nagirinya's home in Lunguja in Kampala. Their bodies were found 2 days later dumped off Kayunga Road, 6 kilometers from Mukono town. Maria Nagirinya's family has held special prayers in her memory at the family home in Chibuye, where she was laid to rest. The late Nagirinya's father, Francis Rubawa, says whereas the family came to terms with the loss, the day they learnt of her death is one that they will never forget.
Today, when we hold this ceremony at Chibuye, at the burial place, I think we shall be doing what we are supposed to do. We pray for the dead, because they need these prayers. I want to ask and thank all the friends and all the pastors who have prayed for Maria. And I think Maria must be happy where she is with all the prayers that have been said by different people.
However, Lubawa still wonders why it has taken police so long to extract information from the suspects who admitted that they were hired by someone to kill Nagirinya.
The police officers would use these people who claim to have been hired to tell us who hired them. And then that would settle my mind, because I had no intention of going to go to court because of this. Because I know, even if I went to court, I don't think I'm going to have Maria back.
They admit that they were hired, but they refused to reveal to us who hired them. We tried to use all the techniques we have of interviewing, of interrogation. They refuse to reveal.
Given the nature of the case, Rubawa thought police investigators would have given it much attention, but he was surprised by the report he was given by a police officer.
And they told me that it seems it was an ordinary thieving, which I rejected. And when I rejected it, the officer who came told me that just walked away slowly. And I saw him walking out of the house, because I told him I'm not going to accept this, because this is not true. If this was an ordinary thieving, people wouldn't go and wait for someone at her gate, then get her in her car and drive her away and kill her somewhere and then drive back in the car.
But still, there are other investigations that still are ongoing, as directed by DPP, because normally the DPP, because they are the ones who peruse these things when the files, when they are going to court, if they see there's a loophole here, they normally guide that add this is still necessary, you have not done this part. So those nitty-gritty investigations are also still ongoing.
Even though some of the police officers who were manning the CCTV control center at the time were arraigned before the police court, Lubawa feels that was not enough because the main culprit is still at large. Lubawa also questions why police only extracted footage of the camera showing one of the suspects returning Nagirinya's car, yet there were multiple cameras that he assumes could have captured and revealed more information.
Why are they not showing us all other photos? Because this would, show us, and we'll be able to know this person, who would identify this man who was in the car. But they don't. So youth officers tried to tell me that the man who was driving the car was arrested. But the one they showed me did not match the picture that had been shown in the papers. And I did not believe they had arrested this man. Yes, because most of the people who were arrested were young.
That incident was particularly, we worked on the camera of Chinawataka Road, because it was showing it clearly, vividly. But others, the picture, I mean, it was not being captured clearly, so we cannot use those footage.
The family also wonders why to this day police is still holding on to the late Nagirinya's car.
Because if the car remains in the police and they don't even release it and you don't know what is happening with it, then you wonder.
Wait. Be patient and wait for the outcome of the court ruling.
Lubowa hopes that President Museveni will take keen interest in the case once again so that maybe then he might get justice. President Yoweri Museveni partly blamed Nagirinya's and Kitayimbwa's death on the negligence of police officers, who he said had not acted swiftly to use the CCTV cameras on all Kampala roads to intercept the killers and rescue the victims. Aaron Mukama, NTV Weekend Edition.